Good morning, boys and girls. Happy Thursday. Okay, so we are on day 5 of learning more about nonfiction. All right, so on Monday and Tuesday, we talked about caption and labels, okay, and how they explain the picture, or they might give you more details of what that picture is, like what you're actually looking at, okay? And then we also talked about a heading, which it's at the top of the page. It's usually in bold words, like thick words, it's darker words, and it just lets you know that's what you're gonna start reading about or learning about. That page, or maybe a couple pages until you see the next heading or the next bold words. Well, today I also want to talk about an index, okay? Can you see an index? Yeah. Kind of like an index finger, your pointer finger, right? So for an index in nonfiction text, it's usually located at the back of the book, okay? And it's like a listing of names or places and things in order and giving the page numbers where you can find them really easily. So you're gonna say, I'm looking through this book. Yeah, I see the table of contents, but I need more specific. I need to look for just where this word is mentioned, okay? How many times was the word metamorphosis, right? Mentioned, and maybe I can find it on those pages. It's gonna give you where it's located, okay? And it's usually an ABC order, where if it starts with an A, it comes first, then next, if there's any words that start with a B. I'm going to show you right here. It's an index of a story we didn't read yet. It's a book about mosquitoes. We might be reading that. But look, see how it says index, and it says the first word says babies, and then it's got the number 5, 17, 20, 29. Those are random numbers. It's the index though. So those are page numbers. So what it's saying is if you're looking for mosquito babies and maybe information about them, yeah, there's a table of contents, but more specifically on these pages is where you're going to find the word babies. So on page 5, page 17, page 20, page 29. Okay, how about bites? Oh, mosquito bites. You know those, right? When you get kind of itchy. Oh, okay, so remember there's 14, 15, 27. Those are page numbers, okay? So page 14, page 15, and page 27, I can take a look and see about mosquito bites. Okay, so this is how an index it looks, okay, for the most part. It will have a word that maybe it's in the story, and see how many times it's in the story and what pages they're on to find it. Index are very useful if you're just kind of scanning to look for information. But again, not every nonfiction book has an index. Okay, it's not always in there. Just like there's not always a table of contents. Sometimes the nonfiction book isn't that big enough that you don't need to really know anymore where things are, because the book is so small that you can kind of find it yourself without struggling. Okay, so these are kind of little helpers for us as readers to quickly find things. All right, so again, it's in a lot of nonfiction books, but it's not in every nonfiction book. So and I also want to talk about today how we've been reading about insects and animals a lot for our nonfiction, like an animal nonfiction text. But did you know that I read you a nonfiction story? Goodness, was this in January or February, about Ruby Bridges? Do you remember her? Yeah, this awesome girl who was really brave, and she had to go to school and people weren't being nice to her because of how she looked. Do you remember that? We talked about inside traits and outside traits. Well, this story was a nonfiction story. It was absolutely true. It even says my true story on it. And it was called an autobiography or a biography, kind of about a story about someone's life, a true story about their life. Okay, so that's another type of nonfiction. Autobiography or biography it's a book about maybe that person wrote it or someone else wrote that story. This book right here, Ruby Bridges Goes to School, that we read already, by Ruby Bridges. She wrote it. It was an autobiography. She wrote that story all herself. There was real pictures in there, right? And she taught us, right? She gave us some information of what it was like when she was going to school when she was really little. So that's another type of nonfiction. And today we're going to read. Oh, I forgot to change that. There we go. It's a how-to, okay? A how what? Yeah, a how-to. What does that mean? How do you do something? Maybe you, without realizing it, someone might say, how do you do that? I'm like, oh, here, I'll show you. And you show them steps of how to do something. I feel like some of you might say, I don't know how to do that. Maybe I don't know how to do it on Roblox. Can you show me? I don't know how to do that dance. Can you show me? Right? And you go like this, you do this next, and you just step by step of how to do something. Okay. That's also a nonfiction book, nonfiction text group. How to do something. This one is with how to grow a sunflower. How to grow a sunflower. Cool. Now, it's a nonfiction story. It's not going to say, and then the sunflower dances and you go out to pizza with it and it wears sunglasses when it gets too sunny. No, 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 no. It's a true nonfiction text of how to grow a sunflower, how to do it. All right, so let's take a look at it. Oh, they do have a table of contents. Remember, we say table of contents, but you don't see the word table, right? Sometimes they just say contents. So, all right, so they broke it up into 4 kind of headings here, 4 parts. What you need, page 2, what you do, page 3, collecting sunflower seeds, page 7. Ooh, an index. Yes, page 8. Okay, so how to grow a sunflower. Okay, so let's see. Oh, this is kind of just like a list of what you need. So if we were actually going to do this, you need a plant pot and saucer, a sunflower seed, soil, a watering can, and a trowel, which kind of looks like a shovel to me. What you do, that's a heading right there, right? The heading up top. Plant your sunflower seeds in spring. Ooh, hey, we're spring right now. So if anyone wants to grow a sunflower, you got to do it now, spring. Fill the plant pot with soil. So see that 1 right there first. Okay, this is a how-to book. So first, when we have everything we need, fill the plant pot with soil. Got it. Second, make a hole in the soil with your finger. So I guess it would just be a little hole. Got it. Third, place the sunflower seed in the hole. Got it. Yep. 4, cover the seed with soil, water it well. Okay, so you have to water it, right? We knew that plants need water to grow. 5, put the pot in a sunny place indoors. Okay, so this nonfiction text is telling us making sure it's indoors first. Check the soil each day. Water the soil if it feels dry. Remember, soil is like the kind of word for dirt, right? That dirt that's in the pot. After 8 weeks, that's a long time. It's like 2 months. Put the seedling outside each day for a week. Bring it inside again each night. Can I ask you something? Why do you think you're bringing it in at night? This is springtime, right? Yeah, it might still get colder at night, right? So you still got to bring it inside to keep it warm probably. Okay. All right. Step 7. Plant the seedling outside in a sunny spot. Sunflower, they love the sun. 8. Water the sunflower plant every day. Wow, look how it's been growing there. And think about it, just started as one little seed, right? All right, so collecting sunflower seeds. In autumn, like in fall, when the sunflowers have finished flowering, cut off the flower head, store them in a cool, dry place for a few weeks. Collect the seeds by shaking the dry flower head into a bag. The seeds can be used as a bird feed or can be stored in a cool, dry place for planting next spring. Cool. Index. Remember, nonfiction stories, when I say stories, books or text, it kind of can just end. The information that they wanted to teach you is now done and it just ends. It doesn't have to be this beginning, middle, end, and this epic ending and all the things that have changed. Nope, they got their point across. They taught you how to grow a sunflower. There you go, grow a sunflower. You can go through these steps. You can look through this book. Here it ends with an index. So here's a list of words. Okay, and if we wanted to find them and what page they were on, so it says flower page 7. Okay, so if on the bottom here, I think that's page 13. Let me go. Oh, that's page 8. So 7, and there's the word flower here. All right, so how about index plant pot on page 2, 3, and 5? All right, let's go to page 2, 3. All right, here's 2. You see the plant pot? Yep. All right, is it on page 3? Yep, it's in the pictures and it's right there in that word. And what did they say, 5? Yep, put the pot in a sunny place. Yep. So this index is helpful if you're like, you know what, I just have to scan through. I got to find something. I find this word. I got to figure out what pages it's on. And that's why I don't look through. Soil's in the book a lot. I remember that. So remember those numbers afterwards, they are the page numbers, not just some random numbers that go next to a word. Okay, so on the index, you see the word and you go to that page number. Okay, and when I was looking at the page numbers on these books, they're usually in the bottom corners of the pages. Okay, it's kind of hard to see in my book right here, but can you see in the bottom 7 right there, bottom right in the yellow? Yeah, there's the page numbers for that. Okay. All right. Oh, I wanted to show you some real pictures. Now, I did not take these. I found them from the internet, okay? But this is a sunflower field in Oklahoma. Look at all those sunflowers, right? So this book taught us how to grow one sunflower. You have to do this multiple times. Look at them. So beautiful. Oh my goodness. And then I found, here's my caption, right? The tallest sunflower is in Germany. was 30 feet tall. Now, you might be like, I don't know what that means. You see these people here? Those are real adults there, okay? Think about how tall I am. Now, picture me standing next to it, right where that guy is, and this giant sunflower, right? Look how much it grew. Oh my goodness. And it's 30 feet tall. True story. These are facts, right? This was, I think, in the Guinness World Record. So tallest sunflower was in Germany, was 30 feet tall. Wow. Okay. Remember, this is true stuff here. And thanks to our caption, we can explain it a little bit more. All right, so your nonfiction text, okay, must be true. They usually have real photographs. They usually have a table of contents. This story did not have a glossary. It had an index that we just read, that this text did, but it didn't have a glossary. So it didn't really have any really hard, tricky words. They thought we needed to really know more. Caption and labels, they explain the pictures, and the headings are that bold, that title almost of what we're going to learn. And I also told you that, right, nonfiction books aren't always about animals or bugs and their life cycle, right? They can be about real people, right? Remember about Ruby Bridges? Or it can be a how to do something. I'm thinking maybe I need to go plant some sunflower seeds. First, I need to get them. Yeah, maybe I'll make a sunflower. Okay, so when you're reading nonfiction today, if you are at school or if you are at home, take a look. Does your book have an index? It's okay if it doesn't, but maybe it does, and you can go find where the words are on those certain page numbers. All right. Okay, I will see you back here tomorrow. Bye.